history of the house, okay?
Thank you.
For starters, never mind the house is called St. Nicholas Abbey. It's really not an abbey. It's an old sugar plantation great house.
What do we have?
There's
Oh, cats.
Yeah. He's not that tame as yet, so y'all took him by surprise.
oh.
We're trying to tame him now, okay?
There are 2 cats in the dining room.
The other one is a little more tame, the black and white one.
As long as they don't jump on the table and break the glasses.
He can make a different accent. He's alright. Okay, come, Blackie, come on. You see? She's okay. If you try to touch her, she would go away, but we're trying to tame them now. Alright, babe. It's okay. Okay, the house is an old sugar plantation great house, which was built in the 1650s. And it was built by an English gentleman. So as we go through, we will see a lot of old pieces of china and furniture dating back to about 200 years. None of the china or the furniture is original to the house, okay? The house is facing northeast, so it's to capture the coolness of the trade winds. And if you look, we're built from the ground up. No elevation, no foundation. And the walls, they're about 3 feet thick. And they're made of rubble, stone, and mud. No steel or anything, okay? And seeing that we're built from the ground up, the walls used to absorb a lot of moisture, get very damp and moldy and flaky on the inside. And that's the reason for the wood on the wall, you see? It's cedar wood, and it was put in 1898 to act as damp proof. Because it had a hurricane that same year in 1898, that blew down a lot of cedar trees that were growing right here on the plantation. So the then owner had the opportunity to use the wood as damp proof. He did not know if it would work or not, but it's working. We don't even want to know what's going on behind there, you know, girls? So it's working. It was very nicely done, but done for a purpose. None of the furniture or the china is original to the house, but it's about 200 years, you know, some different periods, because it would have belonged to the Cave family, and the Cave family had owned it for 6 generations. So some was handed down from generation to generation, and some were collected by different generations, so there'd be different periods. This Wedgwood tea service is from 1800.
And it came from other great
England.
houses?
This came up from England. No, all this would have come up from England for the Cave family. So this came out of England, 1800. It's a Wedgwood tea service. And then we have another Wedgwood one there. That's the willow pattern. And this one is more recent. This shell work was done by the natives between 1830 and 1880. This one is a shell box, and this one is centerpiece, flowers made of shells. Wow. And since the house was built, 2 pieces was added to the house. The porch was added in 1746. The house had a new owner, so I guess he wanted to modernize the house a bit. So he added a porch. He changed the windows from the old casement to these sash windows. And as you go along, you will see this staircase running along here. That was also changed from the original one to that Chinese Chippendale in 1746. And that's why we don't get to go upstairs. The whole old staircase was last changed in 1746, so it cannot withstand the amount of weight for having a lot of traffic, you see. It was not designed for that. So the insurance said no. But we're fully furnished upstairs with 7 bedrooms. We have 2 floors up. 4 on the first floor, 3 at the very top. And bathroom facilities was only put on the house in 1939. So the piece at the back was also added in 1939 for proper bathroom facilities. So before then you had to go to the outhouses in the yard, and you'll get a chance to see them as well, okay? Let's have a look here at the dining room. Table and chairs are Barbadian mahogany, and they were made right here on the plantation in 1850. The dining service is English cold pork. These pieces of dinnerware were hand painted in England in 1810. And back then, you know, they were done especially for the sugar barons, so they could have ordered what pattern they wanted on their dishes, and cold pork would have hand painted it. This one was taken from a Japanese silk. It's called an Amari pattern. And then we have the white door here that was leading to the old kitchen. Back then they never built the kitchen on the house. It was always separated in case of fires, you see? And then we have the Sheraton sideboard. That's dated 1780. And as we look out the window, you're going to see a chimney. That's the old factory where they would have crushed the cane to get the juice, boil it in different stages. It was last in operation in 1947, but a Barbadian bought the house 7 years ago, and he sourced the parts for the engine, and it's going again. We're not grinding today because, you know, our crop season finished. We finished it last week. Thursday?
Crop is over.
Yes. Painting of the house, and it was done in 1852.
Wow.
And then we have some stuffed birds here. These birds are about 150 years old. They're said to be native birds. But to tell you the truth, I don't recognize many of them. We still see the little hummingbirds. We see this little sparrow, a dove, and a pewitler. But all these bluebirds and stuff like that, we don't see them anymore. So they're about 150 years old. So it's a long time. We still have some of these on the island, the green park. And as you look out the window, you see the herb garden or the nuts garden, and that was laid out in the house, was built for medicinal purposes. So back then that would be like their little medicine chest in the backyard. It was laid out traditional English style, and it was laid out with bricks. As the years went by, we reinforced it with some cement. Because back then they didn't have any cement.
Oops, sorry.
So just laid it out in bricks. And then we have another piece of shower here. It's called a Sailor's Valentine. Anytime the shower was designed with a little heart, the sailors would have bought it for their wives or sweethearts. And they used to go home and tell the girls they missed them so much they made them themselves, but that was not true. They bought them from the West Indies. And you know he was probably buying a dozen at a time because he must have had a sweetheart in every port. So he was probably giving a lot of gifts, you know?
we saw these in the museum.
Yeah,
We're in the Barbados Museum.
yes, can we close up for travel? Very nicely done though, you know?
Yeah.
So you know between 1830 and 1880 you were dating the sailor? That's why you was down here, yeah?
Oh my God.
Very elegant diamonds. We have some 1850 Mintum china here, and this is early 19th century French glass. Then we have the masterpiece of the house here.
I
which
love
is very recent. 1936. It's called the gentleman's chair or the planter's chair. It's like an original lazy boy. Yeah, it would have belonged to the plantation owner. So when he came home in the afternoon, this would have been his way of relaxing. Let me show you how he got in.
Oh my.
He would slide himself in, and then he would lock himself in here. He would read his paper, read his book, have a drink here, maybe a bell to ring some service. If he wanted to eat here, this goes down, and both armrests could come out. I don't know, so we have enough space here to lay his meal out.
Oh my God.
Press this button, it reclines into a bed.
Wow.
The footrest could be adjusted or folded and pushed away, and it's on wheels, so in case you wanted someone to push him off the neck,
Oh my God.
you don't have to get out.
Where do we have these today?
Yeah. It's like an original lazy boy.
And how old is that again?
1936, very recent. 1936, it came out of England, it was made in England. And we had electricity up here from 1920, and this is from 1936, so he had his lamp and everything. All he wanted was a little toilet, you see? It doesn't have one though, so he had to get out at some point.
Or somebody broke something to him.
Yeah, you're
He needs
right.
an exercise bike on that thing.
Who exercises from a Lindsay?
Well, those gentlemen in those days were very, very active because you had to walk a lot. Didn't have much cars and stuff like that. And here we have an old cigar lighter, girls, come on. Old cigar lighter from 1800. It's a cigar lighter. It's a wick system, so you had to put some paraffin down this hole. Then you would light the wick up first before you actually lit the cigar. This one has an ashtray. And everything was made to last back then, you see? Old cameras from 1910. And this was probably one of the first Kodak cameras. Another one, yeah. And fairly heavy too. Imagine putting something like that in your pocket. And this was another smaller one. And that's another cigar lighter. More than a rare belong to the Cave family. And then behind you we have a judge's chair. I don't know what to say about it. You know what year that was in? They had one older than that though. That was a collected piece
radio
though.
distribution. This was old radio.
Yeah, that
before
was
radio.
collected, yeah.
Like what year
It
do
was
you
actually
think?
wired.
I'm not sure the year because that was a
They
collected
started
piece.
like
This is the man that did the
maybe
game?
18.
Yeah.
The company is about Starcom. It started in Ghana.
Sorry, Guyana?
Yeah, radio distribution.
Yes.
Then it came to Barbados. That's how anti-all came.
Yes. Well, I don't know a lot about the radio fusion. I know it had it since I don't know the year or anything.
Right, yeah. I'm not sure of the year.
Yeah. So that was collected really. And we have a judge's chair here between 1830 and 1837. It came out of England, but it's made of mahogany. So maybe they took the mahogany from Barbados up to England, had it made and brought it back.
Wow.
And then these are all ancestors of owners of the property, okay? And it was in this family longest from 1822 right down to 2006. So this is John, these are ancestors. So this is John Cave and that's his son Stephen. In this family, it was Stephen's son Charles who was the first owner. How we got it? At one point, the plantation fell into debt. So another English gentleman, Mr. Cumberbatch, his two sons bought it. When his two sons died, only one of them had children. And his granddaughter inherited it then in 1818. Back then, it was an English law. If you were a single woman, you could have owned property. But whenever you got married, you had to hand that property to your husband. It was an English law. So when his granddaughter inherited it, she was single. 4 years later, she got married to this gentleman's son and had to hand over her property.
Yeah.
So that's how it got into the Cave family through marriage, you see. Back then, girls, you had to hand your property over. The guys were lucky you weren't there.
Yes.
But tell the guys, oh yes, but tell the guys back then it was not divorced. If you wanted to move on, you buried him, okay? Oh yes, the first owner of this house was poisoned between his wife and his business partner because she fell in love with the business partner. And the only way to get rid of him and marry the husband was to bury him. Because back then it wasn't divorced. But she was a smart lady, she buried 3 husbands, okay? I'll tell you about her when we get in the back.